Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha for you for Tuesday, the 9th day of July, which is the 6th day of Tamuz. Here we go. Today we're going to finish the unit we've been in for a while now, which is about whether you're allowed to color foods on Shabbos. It's a malacha to dye things or to color them on Shabbos. You're not allowed to do it, and the questions were, what about in food? The last thing we had mentioned was that how in certain drinks, like making a juice on Shabbos, it would be a good idea to pour in the red of the juice first and then the water on top of it, so you're not really guilty of dyeing the drink into a certain color. Now, the last question we're going to deal with here is like why that helps. I mean, either way, you're coloring, right? I mean, if I have a glass of water and I pour red into it, I colored the water. If I have the red stuff at the bottom of the cup and I pour the water on top, I still colored the water. So why is it okay? So the answer is this. You see, really, it's a machlokas. It's an argument in the first place as to whether the coloring really, whether you're guilty of coloring in this fashion. So not coloring the water is only a chumrah. It's just an extra strictness that some people like to accept upon themselves just to be certain. When you do it in a shinui, in a changed way, it's just not exactly the regular way to do things, to pour in the syrup first and then pour the water on top of it. So we're not even certain whether this is really considered coloring, and now I'm doing it in a very unusual way. It's not even the way that you usually make juice. So when you combine those two things together, it becomes more permissible. That's why you will sometimes hear people talking about putting in the color first and then the water on top of it. Because usually I want you to know, doing something in a changed way, like if I want to light a fire on Shabbos and I do it in a bit of a changed way, that doesn't make it really permissible. You can't just say you can do prohibited things just by doing them in a changed way. But when there's room to be lenient anyway because of other factors, and then you do it in a changed way, you're not even barely stepping into any ground of problem. That's why change sometimes helps some things be permissible on Shabbos. Okay, lastly, here's something interesting for you to know. You know, we say in benching, we ask that we find favor, and favor is something that we're mentioning there in benching. We actually view our food with favor also. You know that if all of our, let's just give you a funny example, a piece of chicken that's very pale white after it's cooked looks less appetizing. When it has a roasty brown look on the outside of it, it's more appealing. And we thank Hashem for the favor of the coloring that He gives us in food. The brilliant orange of a apricot, the brilliant red of a pomegranate, the roasty brown of a piece of a roast or something. All those different kinds of things are a way that Hashem shows us favor in the food that we eat. We thank Him for this too, because we are humans, and if all of our food came to us in this same set way, we would not be able to enjoy our food. So as we round out this unit, let's remember that coloring in food is very important. A brilliantly colored salad is way more appealing. Peppers that are red and yellow and green and all the different colors appeal to our eyes, our taste buds, even though they might taste similar. Maybe if your eyes were closed, you wouldn't even know the exact taste difference. But the colorfulness that God puts in our foods, something we've spent our last week or two or three addressing, is something that's very important to us. But we need to note when it's permissible for us to tamper with the colorings of things on Shabbos and when it's not permissible. Hope you've enjoyed these halachas and learned well. Log on again tomorrow. We'll probably give you some new topic. Soon we're going to start hitting the topic of the 3 weeks and Tisha B'Av. So stay tuned for more tomorrow. Bye-bye.